So a little while ago was the wife's birthday. We hit Fridays for some of their delicious Jack Daniel's sauce. You know, at this point, I don't even care what the sauce is on. I'm just there for the sauce. You can rub that shit on some roasted cardboard, and I just shrug and say, "Oh, hey, neat, they're making Jack Daniel's tofu now." So anyway, she had a lemonade slushy of some kind, and I had the tried and true favorite, a spot of tea for the gentleman. Yes. Now let me preface this by saying that I wanted to check out some computer equipment earlier that day, and I needed to fuel up the Chupa thingy. That is what we call our vehicle. Yes, I call my Toyota RAV4 a Chupa thingy. It was the wife's idea. We weren't exactly sure what to call it. Just saying, hey, getting the SUV sounded weird, and it's not really a car, but it's also not a van like we used to have. So I couldn't just say, hey, let's go get the van. So we decided to call it something, and we just happened to decide, both being fans of red versus blue, we decided to call it the Chupa thingy. So when we walked into the store to hunt down some quotes on cables I might need at about 8 p.m., we were surprised to find racks of women's clothing for $1 a piece, and nearby some more stuff for $3 a piece. So we shopped for about 2 hours and got a whole cartload of stuff. Once we checked out, that's when we went to Fridays and had our delicious sauce-covered food. So we're on our way home. The wife has to work in the morning, and we're already an hour past our old people's bedtime. Lo and behold, we get caught in a DUI checkpoint. This adds about another 10 or 15 minutes to the trip. So we get to the actual checkpoint, and we're second in line. Being a law-abiding citizen, I hand over my ID and chat with the cop. Oddly enough, we talk about whether my cup of tea was any good. It was. I enjoyed it. Then he clears us and we prepare to go on our way. Right about as we're getting ready to pull out, the cops in front of us drag the man in front of us out of his truck. He did not pass with flying colors like we did. But now this means that we're stuck behind the arrest. The neat thing is that I caught it all with my dash cam, though, so that was pretty cool. Oh, well, look who I just found. A Widowmaker that I wasn't able to kill earlier. I'm not good with, well, shit. Well, I was going to say I'm not real good with Farah yet, so I'm not super accurate, but I guess it doesn't matter when there's a roadhog behind me.
Back into the fray.
So anyway, we had to wait while the guy was searched, handcuffed, and detained. And then a cop was able to drive his truck in a nearby parking lot. And we were free to go, of course. But it made the 20-minute trip home double that. That's only the third checkpoint I've ever been in, though, in my life. Although it was nothing compared to the last one I went through. You see, my buddy and I had just come from a session of some hardcore semi-pro airsofting with a bunch of military friends and, airsoft aficionados. So this cop pulls us aside on the road and approaches the window, and what does he find inside the cab of my pickup truck? 2 dudes in head-to-toe camo BDUs at 2 a.m. He asked if we had any weapons in the truck, and we could not help but laugh. Nervously, of course. In the bed of the truck, we had, between the two of us, a small armory. I had my G36 and my AK-47. My buddy had a SIG 516 and an M4 backup, and between us we had, I think, 6 pistols. We explained what all we had, and that they were all replicas, of course, and where we had just come from, and the cop was like, "Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I've never been airsofting before. I've done paintball. Is it anything like that?" Oh god, look at this. Deer in the headlights. Boom, dead. Right there. I knew she was there somewhere. Oh god, look at me. Boop.
My team needs me.
They need me to be better is what they need. So we explained what all we had. And he's like, "Oh, I've done paintball. Is it anything like that?" So we explained the differences between paintball and airsoft and gave him directions to the facility where we'd been playing at. And then he admitted that he was probably holding up the line, and he let us go. You don't know fear like having replica assault rifles in the back of your truck, which is pretty open to research because you have no bed cap or tonneau cover, and to go through a DUI checkpoint. Especially since we were young and dumb and had painted over the orange tips that were required on most of our guns, which is technically illegal. Either way, checkpoints are fun when you don't drink and you get along well with cops. Just time-consuming when you're trying to get home and get to bed because you're old. I really should have just booped him off the side of the map with the rocket. But yeah, didn't do that. Like I said, this is still pretty new as Pharah here. Although there, I did try to boop him off with it. It didn't work, but I tried. Can I get her this time? Good God. I should just unload it with my ult right here. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Either she's really good or I'm really bad. I'm leaning towards myself being really bad. Not that she's not decent. Oh, that's somebody from my own team. Well, yeah. So that is now 3 times I have tried and failed to kill the Widowmaker here. We are really not doing that great in this match. Well, here, let's pop the ult and see what happens. Yeah, I got her that time. Had to waste my ult, and she was the only person I killed, but yeah, I guess 4th time's charm to kill Widowmaker. They boot me away from it. And we are going to lose. And we lost.
Defeat.
Yeah, Athena, I literally just said that. They were just a better team than we were.
Play
Good win
of
for
the
them.
game.
Kapow! That's about what Soldier 76 does. Pew 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 and kaplow kaplow.
I've got you in my sights.
It's not a kaplow, that's more like a pew pew pew.
Resistance.
Such an idiot.
neutralized.
I didn't even make it on the board. I kind of figured that. Like I said, that was one of my first times playing as Pharah against other humans. I had played a little bit in the AI realm, but first time... That actually may have been my first time playing against other humans. I got 2 golds and a silver. I played horribly. Jesus, it's no wonder we lost. Wow. Okay. They really were just a better team than us. So here we go. Enjoy a little DUI checkpoint action. And I hope you'll join us again on the next episode of GameJutsu.